Hi everyone, I'm Jackie Cerda-Smith and I am a second year, well I just finished my second year as a doctoral student at NC State in the psychology department, and I'm a student parent. This is my daughter Callie, she's 16 months old, and when Callie was born I really quickly realized that NC State doesn't have many resources or policies available for student parents to support our needs. And so I wanted to make this PSA to kind of alert people as to some issues and some needs in higher education for student parents broadly and at NC State. And also to really encourage other student parents at NC State to join me in advocating for our place in the pack. I thought it might be a good idea to do this PSA showing people what it's actually like as a student parent. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks. Are you all done? In my classes at NC State, I've been able to research a bit more about student parents, both at the graduate and undergraduate level, and in particular about their belonging needs in higher education. And what I found is that student parents are typically at risk of not having their belonging needs met because institutions they don't acknowledge their non-traditional identities, and they also don't meet their unique needs as student parents. And this is especially concerning given that single parents, Black, Indigenous, and Latinx parents are the least likely of any adult demographic to hold a college degree. And so research also indicates that student parents are less financially stable than their counterparts without children, and they're more likely to drop out despite actually earning higher grades on average than their counterparts without children. And in particular, it seems like childcare is the issue. So there's one study that found that students with younger children, like kids who are in preschool, like they're not yet in kindergarten, like those parents had less quantity and quality time to spend on their school work compared to students with older children and students without children. And so these factors really kind of reduce the likelihood of student parents earning their degree, and also hinder students' parents' successful transition from community college to a four-year university, and also the transition from undergrad to graduate school. And institutions are uniquely positioned to support student parents' sense of belonging by offering policies and resources that support their roles as parents, such as childcare benefits or parenting resources, workshops, networking opportunities, those kind of things. And so few universities provide policies that support student parents at the graduate level, and there's even fewer policies that exist at the undergraduate level. And even when policies do exist, faculty and administration typically aren't aware of them. And so what happens is there's a lot of accommodations that are given on a flexible, like case by case basis, which is nice, and then it allows for some flexibility. But when there's not formal policy, that leaves it up to individuals' discretion. And oftentimes that puts student parents in a really kind of vulnerable and precarious position. And so although all of this information is helpful to know about student parent challenges, and belonging vulnerability and higher education, we really need to know more about student parents at NC State in particular. How was it? Good. So NC State offers really few policies and resources that are available to help student parents. And there's really nothing that they have to support student parent childcare needs, which research says time and time again is vital to grad student and undergrad student parent persistence and success in school. And so Hi. 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 However, NC State does offer childcare benefits to some employees, and their website says, we strive to support our commitment to family-friendly initiatives, develop a strong and diverse childcare program for our campus community, and increase the capacity and access to quality childcare for all faculty, staff, and postdocs. And so while that's really great for faculty, staff, and postdocs, it's not great for student parents who typically make less money than employees and who need childcare. Oh. There's currently a grad school task force. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. Also, NC State recently published their 10-year strategic plan, and to reach many of their goals, including goal number 4, which involves championing a culture of equity, diversity, inclusion, belonging, and well-being in all that we do. They really need to better understand and support student parents at the graduate and the undergraduate level. And so there's currently a graduate school task force that's looking into childcare solutions that could be available for student parents. And this group was founded after I wrote a letter to several administrators in the fall at NC State, voicing my concerns about a lack of childcare support at the university. And since then, I've been able to work with group members, and I can honestly say, hi, do you want to see this? Yes, I can honestly say that they have the best intentions. They seem like really wonderful people, but their work is kind of slow going because it's a bureaucratic system. And so we really need a group on campus to advocate for student parent needs. However, we don't really know what those needs are, and we don't really know who student parents are at NC State. I'm assuming that we're a pretty diverse group and that there's some at the graduate level, some at the undergraduate level. I'm sure that there's some kind of traditional age college students, some people like me who are in their 30s, and some parents who are older. I know that our children would have a range of ages. So some might be expecting, and some might have students who sit next to them. Some might have like supports and family in the area, and some might be like me and don't. And so what we really need is a student parent association that can help us advocate for our needs and help represent our voice and our place in the pack. Yeah. So what can student parents and their allies do at NC State? I think there's a couple different ways that we can begin to advocate for ourselves. And one is to speak up. Yeah. One is to speak up. So on my website, I created a short survey that student parents can fill out because we need to know a little bit more about who you are and what your needs are so that the university can try to meet those needs. And also, so as a collective, student parents, we can also try to advocate for the diverse needs that we have as a group. So whatever you complete on that short survey will not be used for like official research purposes, but might be shared with that graduate school task force to help guide their decision making. There's also some opportunities for advocacy on that form as well that you can check out, including sharing resources with other parents that I'm starting to collect here under this Learn tab. Oh my goodness. And so that's a place where we can pool our campus-based and community-based resources that help to support student parents. And then finally, let's connect. So I created a Facebook group so that we can start connecting and meeting one another, at least in a virtual space. Thanks so much. I know that you're really busy, and I appreciate you spending time with me. I hope to connect with you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good job, Callie.